everybody, it's your girl Diamond Love, and I'm back with an all-new episode of the Cartel Crew. This is the season finale, guys. Let's waste some time. Let's get into it. So we start off with Michael. Michael meets up with Magic at the bar. They're talking about Michael and his wedded bliss. He's married. He's feeling different. He said, no, I think this is what my true love, and I'm loving it. All right, let's get back to business. So the Blanco blend of marijuana is a success. They collaborated with Cookies the last season, and they're legally distributing marijuana, legally distributing cannabis. So now it gave them the opportunity to distribute and grow their own strain of cannabis legally. Money is going to go left and right in all different places. It led to them getting a dispensary license to sell it. So they won't get no flack about using the Blanco name if this is the legitimate business of my cannabis business. So I'm happy for Michael and Magic. I really am. Upstream avenue of money, especially in a business that was so illegal before then, in between now, because the law changes every time when it comes to legal use of marijuana. It changes every time. They say this, they say this, they say that. So now this is where the point where this is legal. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. So we get to Diana. Diana is meeting her daughter at Miracle Leaf, which is a medical dispensary center for people who can legalize marijuana, and also if you have a medical card that say you can legally use it, you can use it. So she knows the founder of the company, and she's so happy that her daughter is growing with it, and this is what led to her and her husband getting arrested. Even though she had a shorter sentence, her husband's still serving up to 22 years at this point. But this is what caused them to get arrested, and it's so funny that I'm selling it, I'm working for it, but this is what led y'all to go to jail. She said it is a catch-22, it is a irony of it, but I want to develop this into a company of ours. I want us to be our legacy. I'm not legal to buy it, so cool, I'm gonna do it. And I love that she wants to purchase it. I really do. Their family business, everything was a family business when it comes to legalizing cannabis. It's so funny on how it is. I said it already. How was it? It's so legal. It was so illegal back then, and people still found a way to sell it and buy it. Now it's legal, but yet they still want to say you can't sell it. Okay, cool. Excuse me. So then we get to Nicole. Nicole, she's feeling stressed out. She's lashing out. She's making a pina colada early in the morning, and her brother's trying to help her. He's trying to talk to her, but she doesn't want to talk to him. She doesn't want to. So she said, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm over. I'm done with. She lashes out. So we find out the root of it. She said having these events going back to back was so exhausting to me. The wedding, the DC trip. It's been too much. Because she went back home. I believe she went back to the place where she lost the baby. And now she's blaming herself. He said, I can't help you if you don't talk to me. You lash out. He said, because I feel like you're not going to understand what I'm going through. You don't understand what I'm going through. He said, I can try if you talk to me. So she expresses it. She's like, why did I lose the baby? Why did it happen to me? I was going through so much stress that I blame myself that I lost it. And I felt like it just took it away from me. And now she's blaming God. Like, why did you have me have this baby if it wasn't meant to be, if you was to have me lose it? Like, how I wanted that kid bad. I was ready for that kid, Michael. I wanted that baby, and I lost it. So she expresses that it would have led back to her suicidal thoughts. When she was in school, she was bullied. Like, she didn't want to be here anymore. So I felt like, damn, that's really sad. I actually started crying because of this. So now he said, you know what? Maybe you need to talk to a therapist and see, you try to open yourself up to us more. She says she'll try. So then we get to the meetup, Stephanie and Diana. So Diana comes out and say, you know what, Stephanie? I love you. You are my friend. I want to be friends with you. I don't want to fight you. I'm tired of us seeing on social media always in fights together. The comments, my kids seeing me act this way. I don't like it. But she also said in the confessional that Stephanie always wants to cause problems. Like, I think she caused problems to stay relevant. I'm not going to give you that one, Diana. Because, yes, Stephanie does know she acts like a raging bull. Her emotions get the best of her. That is correct. But with that situation that came about not too long ago at Marie's dinner, that was on you. First, you gave Marie, I'm not coming to your wedding. You gave her a fuck you. I'm not coming. If my man's not going to be there, I'm not coming. So you're going to choose your man over your friend? Okay. So then you came, wanted to clear your name. Steph was the only one present and the only one bold enough to say, I've been here. And Steph has not caused no issues the entire wedding weekend. None whatsoever. So Everybody was like, I'm not mad that she spoke up because that's what Marie was feeling. And they say, you know what, Steph, you're right. But I don't like that she stated that that was all about Steffi. At that point, no. You need to own up your part too, Diana. You the one that wanted to make a scene and threw the drink first because Steph was giving you that smoke, giving you what she was fucked up on, and you couldn't handle it. And Steph was like, at the end of the day, if somebody disrespected you and you wasn't present, I would stick up for you. Like, she loves you, okay? I don't know why, but okay. And then Diana wants to be different. She doesn't want to be back to that fire life anymore. She wants to showcase something different for her kids. Her kids be like, Mom, you act like that too. She's not emotional supportive. She does lash out. She does, say I'm about it. What's up? So Steph understands her reason to be better, but Diana is always fighting somebody else's battles. Y'all remember when Diana first got on here, she fought Marie's battle because of what Nicole said about her. Then she also wanted to fight Stephanie about the whole thing with Young Money's label, saying that, girl, you're not really signed. You just fucking them. That's it. Girl, good night and goodbye. So that point, I really didn't like Diana, but at the end, I understood what she meant. But she's like, stop fighting for other people's battles. Even though if somebody disrespected you, I would have defended you. So, but then of course, she realized that the way she professes her loyalty gets the best of her. But she feels like I shouldn't always get called out because of my emotions. Granted, she's a very loyal, loving person. And if she has to yell, point, scream, you know where it's coming from. How is it that if I was to say it calmly and directly, I feel like it could get ran over? But that's the way Steph is. And she is going to learn not to let it get the best of her. She's going to learn. She's going to learn. And it's all about learning. And they both going to learn to, respect each other's boundaries and positions and the way that we feel. Obviously, you guys are very high-headed people. So you guys need to figure out a way to not let it get blown. So, of course, since I do love you and I want you to be included, I'm inviting you to my launch party for my Cannabis business. Steph said, you know what have popped up. She said, you would have. So we get to Nicole. She's at a group session about grief and loss, and this was a circle about women who lost children. There was one woman, she was pregnant. It was a high-risk pregnancy. The time she went back to her next appointment, there was no heartbeat. I'm like, wow. Another woman, she's been pregnant 3 times but lost a kid. At some point, in the midst of her being pregnant, she could have had an 11-year-old child, a 5 or 6. But no. Nicole sympathized with that because her and her friend were pregnant at the same time. And by the time Nicole lost her baby, her other friend carried on and had her. She's never been around to see the kid because I'm still processing my loss. But it led to that, so don't want to see my kid now? But you understand where she's coming from. We were both pregnant. We could have both had our kids together and raised together and stuff like that. But since mine's gone, the attachment that I have to still see yours is not here because mine's not. So don't take it wrongly, but that's how I'm feeling. And she said, you know what? It's okay if you're going through those emotions because I was picking out names, I was buying stuff, and I was praying for that kid every single day. And the therapist said, you know what? You're not just grieving the loss, you're grieving the what ifs. The baby's first walk, the baby's first birthday. And then you blame yourself. But at the same point in time, reach out for help. You are not alone. And she realizes that sometimes when you're feeling like you're handling things the way you're handling them, you feel like you're the only one in the world doing it. I had that same mindset, and I don't know, I don't know where it came from, but I just feel like nobody else understands me. As nobody else understands me, I can't express it because I feel like nobody else understands where I'm coming from. But she's not alone. So we get to Diana's event. Everybody talks about Washington and how it led to the community and led to them reaching out to this organization to stop gun violence. Kat was like, I admired that because when felons come out, it makes them harder to get back on track because there were a few felons who were part of this movement and they was able to come back as returning citizens. They wasn't treated differently. So she convinced Eddie the way that he came out, he was able to get his life on track with his personal trainer business, him meeting Kat. It was all good. But then, of course, we got to the point where the whole documentary came out because the first episode appeared and then the part of the documentary came out. The cheating part that he did not want to come out. So they told everybody, Kat, Yvette, and Steph, what was missed. That he lashed out at their executive producer. How you let this happen? How you let this premiere? How you let this show? But at the same point in time, you did that. But she said, you know what? I'm the one that should be in my feelings. You painted me differently, more than what wasn't represented in that. That was not me. That was not how we were. But I want you to live your life. I want you to have your blessings. Let me live my life. That's it. So of course, Nicole is arriving. She said, "I don't know how to navigate my emotions. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. And if I want to be happy, I should stay in that moment and I want to be with my friends." I love that. So after that, Yvette gives Betty the evil eye because Betty said, "Oh my God, you came." She said, why wouldn't I have come? If you did, I wouldn't have came. Okay, Betty. Yvette lets you have that because they're going to have a conversation. So since everybody arrived, Kat kept it real and said, "I'm kind of sad that you didn't take us." And we all know where it stems from. So Kat explains that my behavior, my statements were not to be insensitive towards you. They were not to trigger the pain that you are still healing from. Because when it comes to those scenarios and those situations, she went to her situations. Her and her mom got kidnapped with the execution of her mother's death, which didn't happen, thank God. But that she felt like that type of upbringing, that type of situation was normal. As she got older and older, now she sees that it's different. If you had invited me, I probably would have, I would have been there for you. I would have been, completely all the way 10 toes down for you. But Betty accepts it. She said, "I wish we had this conversation beforehand, so that way it would have felt different because I felt like in that moment there wasn't a lot of people on my side except for Marie, Nicole, Michael, Eddie. It was like that." But I also said the same thing in my last video. Betty, you should have had a private conversation with Kat to get where she's coming from. You just kept in your feelings and just said, "Fuck you, I'm not inviting you." But I get it. So now everybody leaves because they want Yvette and Bay to have a conversation. So they're going back and forth about who was mean to who wasn't being supportive, left and right. So in the midst of that, Yvette just shuts it down and said, "You know what? We're not fighting. You're not mad. I'm not mad. We're done." But it's both for me. Now, Yvette, there was some unaired footage that you called Nicole and Betty a bitch, okay? And that you saying that they wasn't doing their bridesmaids' duty. And that since you did not go through what they went through, I still wouldn't have did it better. But then Betty is coming at Yvette that you felt like I was making that situation between the shooter for Eddie and Kat's girlfriend about me. And said, "It's not about you. It's not about you." So it's a misunderstanding on both parts about who was being a friend, who's being mean to who. They need to show more about Yvette next season because I feel like Yvette has a hidden side that wasn't shown. Like the fight that she had with Nicole that I wish we would have seen. The unaired footage that I wish we would have seen. It's some more about Yvette that we didn't know. So y'all need to bring her back next season so we can get more about her. So, of course, that's it. That's over and done with. Nothing got resolved. So Diana comes and she thanks everybody. She stands up on the stage. She said growing up wasn't right, wasn't good. It was hard. So when me and my husband started to make a business selling marijuana, it was illegal. We went to jail for it. He's still serving a 22-year sentence. So she was like, I bought this, I purchased this company for my daughter. While I was in jail, she had to grow up and be the parent and raise her younger siblings. There were times where there was no food. I was crying because I couldn't handle it. Not handle it, I wasn't there. And it hurt me that she had to grow up so fast because I wasn't there. So now that I'm now in this position where I can take care of my daughter and my other kids, help them establish a business so they can be self-sufficient, so they can grow and they can have a legacy and not worry about those types of things ever again. Not worry about struggling. And now the daughter, she's going to be Alexandra. She's going to be the manager. She's going to move on up, baby. I'm happy for her. So she loves her. She's proud of her. And I'm going to always be there for you. And I love that you did that, Diana. I really do. I want to do that for my mother. I just want to be like, "Mom, I got you. I got you." All the time. We get to Kat. She has an art show. She expresses that 2 years ago was really hard. The pandemic, getting out of a relationship that she's proud to not be with anymore. But the pandemic hit them hard. I was an entrepreneur. I was a single mother. I was worried about I was able to get back on my feet. And now that my business is opening, her tattoo business is booming, I now want to start my other dream, which is open my own art gallery. And Kat's paintings are beautiful. Her Nipsey Hussle painting is amazing. I love that painting. So she said, "This is just a snippet of what's to come, but I'm happy you guys are here. At the end of the day, I want us to be united. We all have our differences, but we all grew up in this lifestyle, wanting to be legal, and now we can. We are Cartel Crew sisters. So she said, now I made a painting for all of us, and I want you guys to see it. It's the unveiling of Betty's sister Gigi, and she gives it to Betty. She said, "Thank you. I didn't know what her colors were, so I just painted her. I asked her, please help me so I can know what to do." She said, "You embodied everything about her. I love it." And she said, "Me and Kat had so many differences, but it really warms my heart that she did this for me, and it warmed my heart too." So now we're pretty much getting to everybody else's final moments, final says about how this season was and what they're looking for in the future. Nicole realizes she's been through so much, but she's not alone, and she's willing that she's going to be uplifted. And the only way to get through something, the only way to get over something, is to get through it. This is a walk on the beach scenario happening. Marie. Marie wanted so much for her family to accept her love of Michael, accept her loving him, and accept him in her life. But she realized, I don't need y'all acceptance. I got my family right here, and they the ones that love me for me. Michael and her daughter. That's it. Face is still blurred. I'm happy with that. Michael. Michael has never had peace in his life, but he is so thankful for Marie, thankful that he married her, thankful for his daughter, and that now he wants to make sure his mother's legacy is secure. It is Michael. Kat wanted to let go of the past, not to be reminded of. She felt like she needed a magic genie or a magic lamp to make it go away, but she was the one that made it go away. And she did it on her own, and now she can be a better person for her son. Betty, still moving forward with the change to change the law for gun violence to make sure that no other family has to go through this pain. I love that. We're ending it again. We're ending it with another snippet, pretty much what's to come next season. So Marie gets a call from her sister that something happened to her father. Before she could even say, "Can I see him?" the line disconnects. All you did was tell her that something happened to her father, and that was it. Well, she tells Michael, and then it ended just like that. So I'm like, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna see the sister? Are we gonna see the family? The family gonna want to be a part of this reality TV show now? Who knows? We're gonna see what next season's gonna come about. But that's it, you guys. That's all I have for the season finale of Cartel Crew. I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.